Hey guys, how are you? I was choking on water, so I'm sorry I'm late. Okay, so this is Financial Friday, but guess what? It's on Thursday. Okay, because I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow and it's kind of far away, and I don't want to jip you of your Financial Friday because I get so many, private messages about this. Okay, so grab your pen, grab your paper, or grab your phone and take some notes. We got to talk about this. Okay, you know having financial freedom is basically the main reason, isn't it? Aside from time freedom, why people start their own business or why they go into sales, right? I believe that sales is where you can make the most money and it doesn't depend on your level of education. No, it's a skill based job. Okay. And being an entrepreneur is typically a skill based business. You have to sharpen these skills, work out those muscles. Okay. With just repetitive motion. Okay. That's not how Popeye builds his muscles, right? Repetitive motion. You just have to keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over until you perfect it. Many people give up on themselves too soon because it got hard. Yeah, can you believe that? Why would you want to give up on yourself? You should never give up on yourself. If it gets hard, well, you do what? You find a way, you make a way, you figure it out, you keep going. Because what's on the other side of this hard part is what? Your financial freedom, right? Your time freedom, okay? So let's talk about this. How many times in a week have you said, I'd love to, but I can't afford it right now? I wish I could purchase that. I wish I could go on that vacation. I wish I could, even sign up for a course or something, but I can't because I don't have the money. Guys, I've lived like that. I remember returning stuff so that I could, get gas in my car, returning stuff to pay a medical bill. I don't live like that anymore. Not bragging, but I worked hard, right? So if you are saying over and over and repeating this like a tape recorder, I can't afford it, I can't afford it, I can't afford it, you're telling yourself that. How about you change your story to, I cannot afford that yet. Adding that yet, those three little words at the end of it can change the story that you're telling yourself, okay? Instead of being so negative that you can't afford it, if you just add yet, oh, that's positive. That means I will be able to. And of course, you'll be able to if you put forth your own effort, right? So let's practice. I can't afford it yet, or I can't afford it this week. I can afford this next week. I can afford that next month. And then I want you to think about what it is that you're saying no to. Let's just say, for example, you're saying no to something that's $100 and you're like, I can't afford it. It's not in my budget. Well, you're a business owner, right? That means that you are selling something, whether it's a product or service. So in order for you to have $100 extra, what would you need to do? And don't be like, oh, I don't know, I got so many bills. No. What do you need to do to get $100 extra in your bank account tomorrow? How many people would you need to talk to? And if you don't know, I'm going to just say to you, you really need to know your numbers. I know, for example, every time I get on a 15-minute business chit chat, it's going to be about $189.50 for my skincare business. Okay. For my other business, it's going to be a different amount. I know my numbers. Do you know your numbers? And if you don't, you haven't been paying attention. Well, then you could say this. I don't know my numbers yet. I'm going to start tracking them today, right? Put a positive spin on it. Aren't you excited to find out what your numbers are? Aren't you excited to know that every time you get on a call with somebody, you know it, basically what to expect from them? Hey, Cindy, write your numbers down. Okay. Now, of course, I have a perfected pre-qualification process. So I don't get on the phone or a chit chat with someone unless I know what I'm talking about. So if you don't have your pre-qualification process down pat, I would say get your systems in place. I do surveys that sell, feedback to close. Do you have your pre-qualification strategic process? That makes a difference, just so you know, in your end result. Okay. But if you need $100 extra, this week, what would you need to do? Okay, so how much does your product cost? Let's say it costs $300. You sell it for $600. Okay, that's $300 profit. Woo! You only needed $100. You're way ahead of the game. See how simple it is? So why don't you do that for me now? Hey, Cindy, you're watching. You do that math, okay? So what is it going to take for $100 extra, right? It doesn't take much, does it? Now, what if you need 1,000? Okay, break it up. Figure it out. But sometimes we're like, oh, it's too much. I can't. No, it's okay. Let's just work on these numbers. The numbers are going to tell you exactly what you need to do. You start with the end in mind. I need $100. Okay. What do I need to sell to get to 100? I need to sell 200. Okay. How many people do I need to sell $200 to? One. Or do you want to break that up into more? See how easy it is, guys. You just got to keep it simple. There's something else I want you to think about, okay? Who are you hanging out with? Who are these people? Are they telling you they're broke all the time? They can't go out for drinks. They can't go to the movies. They can't do this. They can't do this. Blah, 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 blah. Are they in debt? Are they always talking about their debt? Or are they living the lifestyle that you want? Because I can tell you that you are a combination of the 5 people that you hang around most. So if you want to hang out with people who are living the life you want, go find them. Go find them. I can tell you that I started changing the people that I'm hanging out with. Oh my gracious. The business people, the CEOs, these top high-level people, it elevates me. It makes me think bigger. Don't settle for less. It doesn't mean you don't love your friends. Of course, you still love them, but you also need to elevate yourself. You might be thinking small. You might not realize that you're meant for more until you start seeing these other people living your dream life. And then you're like, yo, they're not even better than me. Why are they got a private jet? Why they got a big house? Why do they have this? Why do they have that? I want that. Let that be that fire for you. Okay? So just remember that. Remember that. Now, the third thing for my last and final thing for Financial Friday on Thursday, since I'm going to be at my doctor's appointment, is this. Okay? Who are you taking advice from? You know, I speak to people all the time and they're like, yeah, I listen to this person. I listen to that person. I saw someone said this. I bought this. I did this. And I always say the same thing. Be careful who you're listening to. Because a lot of people buy Facebook ads and they're like, I sold $10,000 in 24 hours. Do you want my guide? Okay, but what is it that you need to ask next? What happened after the 24 hours? Did people cancel? Did they stay with them? Are they still their clients after 24 hours? Did they purchase again? What happened? The art of asking questions. That's really important. You need to ask those questions instead of getting caught up in the lights and the glitz and I want $10,000 in 24 hours. Of course, we all do. But we want to be, working with integrity, don't we? And we want also the long term. Listen, guys, I turn a lot of people away. I do not want a one-time sale. That is a customer. You know what I want? I want clients for life. And so when somebody contacts me on my website and they're like, I just want this. And I say, okay, great, not a problem. Let me tell you about my services. This is what I have to offer you. I want clients for life, guys. Do you? Yes, Cindy. She said that questions are the key to everything. Yes, this girl's speaking my language, smarty pants. I love it. I love it. Questions, asking questions, okay, is the key. I'm going to give you a bonus, okay? And my bonus is, well, guys, if you are talking to people and I got V8 here today. If you're talking to people and you're talking, let's say, about the V8 and you're like, yes, and this has blah, 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 and they say, okay, I need to think about it. Well, what do they really need to think about? Did you ask or did you just say, okay? If you gave a presentation and at the end you're like, okay, it's $2 million, and they're like, okay, well, I'm gonna have to talk to my husband. I gotta think about it. And you say, okay, let me know. You did not close the sale and you have no more information to go on, do you? How about, oh yeah, I'm just curious, what exactly or what specifically do you need to think about? Just curious. It's not pushy. You're just trying to serve them, right? But if you don't know what specifically they need to think about, how can you possibly serve them? And I can guarantee you about 9 times out of 10, I've been in business. I calculated, guys, it's like 30 years. Okay. Don't I look young? So, when you ask that question, it's usually something silly that they misunderstood. And what if you didn't ask them what it is they need to think about? You'd never be able to clear that up. Okay. And when you have that person in front of you, they're engaged, they're curious, you need to ask questions in that moment, because if you wait 5 weeks from now, they've gone and purchased something from somebody else. So don't lose out on your very teensy weensy window of opportunity, okay? So ask questions. And you know what? People love to answer questions about themselves. Don't y'all love to answer questions about yourself? So do yourself a favor, guys. Ask questions. It's not pushy. It's being caring. You can't, like, if your child falls, don't you want to know what happened so you can put the Band-Aid on it? You don't just go and get a whole roll of gauze and wrap the kid up all the way. You got to know what happened, right? Asking questions is caring, okay? Check out the people you're hanging out with, okay? Elevate the people you are. Hang out with the people who are doing the things that you want to do, the proven results, okay? Now I already forgot what the other one was because I got so fired up. Quite frankly, I'm looking at my empty Hershey bar wrapper and I'm wondering which child was here. Can anyone guess? Or maybe I ate it and I forgot. What do you guys think? Okay. All right. So ask your questions. Okay. Elevate yourself and figure out if you keep telling yourself that you can't afford it and you don't have the money, how much do you need to really sell in order to have that extra money that you need? And put a new twist, a positive spin on everything. If you're saying these negative things to yourself, I can't afford it, add the word yet. Okay? Just add those 3 little letters and you're going to see a difference. Okay? For example, those words are powerful. I can't remember people's names. Hear how I say that? I can't remember people's names. What about, what is your name again? I'm really working hard on remembering people's names. So bear with me. Isn't that kinder versus, I don't care what your name is because I can't remember, right? Be kind to yourself. Give yourself grace, but don't let yourself off the hook, okay? I promise you that you are meant for more and you can do so many more things than you believe you can. I believe in all the people that are in my space because if you're watching this video right now, there's a reason. You want to make a shift. You want to perfect your process. You want to elevate yourself. And, I believe in you and you can do it, but you have to believe in yourself as well. Okay. So if you haven't had your 15-minute business chit chat with me, please do. You just have to fill out a simple survey and then we'll chat 15 minutes and you will leave there. I promise you with scripts, with mind blown information. Okay. And if you're like, Erica, how do you do all this? Having 2 children and a hubby and a house and all this? Well, you know what? I keep it simple. I have a process. Okay. And you know what it is? Attract pre-qualified leads. Okay. Have a chit chat, get referrals, close the sale, and guess what? The A word, automation. Automation. My business runs like a machine. So when I have problems, I have 3 autoimmune diseases. Guys, when I can't get out of bed, my business doesn't stop. Does your business stop when you've got, the sniffles or you don't feel like it or it's raining or what? Ask yourself that. Are you treating your business with integrity? Okay. All right. Love you guys. Cindy, if you need the leads and oh my gosh, I have a way for you to get pre-qualified leads. Message me and I will send you that information. Okay. I'm the queen of getting pre-qualified leads. All right. Love you guys. Bye.